You might have seen this video made by Colin where he reviews the most popular Geometry Dash levels, and you might have also seen this video made by Colin where he ranks all the coins in Geometry Dash. So I decided to combine those two ideas and rank the top 15 most popular Geometry Dash levels, from S tier meaning that it holds up to this day, to F tier meaning that I couldn't even finish the level in practice mode. We're gonna start with Autoplay Area by Jax, with almost 50 million downloads. That's kind of crazy. Now, of course, this is one of the first levels in the game, and also it's auto. For what it is, I actually really like it. Although it's not much, with most of the level only featuring pads and portals, it's actually one of the only levels to introduce a brand new difficulty. This level also syncs with the song surprisingly well. So, basing this ranking off of the time this level was released, I'm going to give this a C tier. While it isn't bad, it isn't anything too special. Now let's move on to 9 Circles actually, which is yet another level that invented something, the 9 Circles trend. This level was what started other levels like Jawbreaker, Fairy Dust, and even Sonic Wave. Anyways, there's not much to say here. The beginning just consists of basic cube timing, some weird ship flying, ball timings, and then the infamous wave with the 9 Circles effect. Again, there's nothing too special with this level, and I'm actually going to give this an A tier. It would have been S tier if it wasn't for some of the weird ship and ball gameplay, but that's just me. Next is End of Line, where I have a few things to talk about. Firstly, I'm not sure why the level splits into 2 paths, but it's pretty cool. Sadly, there are a few blind jumps and some weird gameplay. Other stuff I don't like about this level is the addition of a mirror portal in one of the paths, and for some reason, one of the coins in the level requires you to skip the cube and ball portal with the ship perfectly, and I mean perfectly fly up to the robot portal, which sometimes does not work properly, and do a mix of slightly tight and blind orb gameplay for a goddamn coin in a 3-star level. Nothing too special with the level after that though, it's just quite weird. Oh, and this thank you message takes up like 10% of the level, so I'm going to give this level a D tier, even for the standards of when it was released. After that, we have Promises, a 2-star easy level. There actually isn't anything too special with this level. While the decoration and gameplay is good for its time, it seems quite a bit basic, even for the standards that the level was released in. And also, the level rarely changes decoration, and even when this coin is easy, it's not really a good coin either way. However, since the gameplay and decoration is good, I'm going to give this a C tier. The next level might seem familiar if you've beaten an easy demon before, and that is the Lightning Road. While it is one of the easiest demons beside the Nightmare, there's quite a few things I want to talk about in this level. The gameplay isn't that bad. If you do easily suffer from seizures, be warned from this level, as there are many flashes. But overall, for the time it was released, it's just a normal level, and I'm sorry I sound like I'm repeating myself, but C tier. After that, we have Amplification by Burko, which is a 5-star hard level. Surprisingly, considering the time it was made, I actually really like this level. Good song choice with fading decoration. Sadly, the gameplay isn't as interesting, and the last 12% of the level is auto, with not much to give. However, since for some odd reason I really like the decoration for this level, I'm actually going to give this a B tier. But it barely makes it there, that's for sure. Now, we just finished talking about a few levels that most people would like, the Lightning Road, Amplification, Promises. But now here's something I guarantee you won't like. I do not like Dreamland by Scanbrooks. Why? Well, I would call this level the worst back on track. It uses the same song, uses some of its same mechanics, and also has some questionable gameplay. It does nothing unique other than being a worse or back on track. So I'm going to give this a D tier. Surprisingly, no F tier nor S tier just yet. After that, we have Acid Factory, which is the first level in the Poison Gauntlet. Before we even enter the level, why does the creator's name have the word Sigma in it? However, this level is probably one of the best levels in this video to fit its theme. It does the Acid style quite well considering the time period it was released in. The gameplay is not bad, but I found it to be not good either, especially at the ship section, which has barely any obstacles, and just forces you to kind of wait there for a while. I do like sections like the UFO and some of the ship, which brings the level to an A tier. Next is the level Dark Paradise by Rolly GD, and I want to say some things. While I like the variety in the decoration, the gameplay is not only mediocre, but also very lazy. The UFO section consists of just spikes on the ground. There's also a very long auto section which lasts for almost quarter of the level. The sync is nice, but sometimes it's just very offbeat, and also this level has probably one of the saddest drops ever. Just a cherry on top as the 3x speed portal is immediately interrupted by a 0.5 times speed portal, with the ending just being spam. For a 2-star easy level, I'm surprisingly disappointed. However, I'm actually going to give this a C tier as all of those points I just mentioned are not that big. Now, this is actually a pretty interesting level, as it was created by the infamous Cody. You probably guessed this, but it's the 3-star normal level titled Easy level. But wait, it's rated normal? I actually really like this level, considering for the time that the level was released. It was actually really unique. A lot of background variety, as in the color, different styles of gameplay, and the only auto section is this. I doubt you saw this often in Geometry Dash 1.0, so I'm going to give this a B tier, which might sound really crazy, but this is only because I'm considering the time this level was released and its capabilities, and I was quite surprised in my opinion. We have reached the 5th most popular Geometry Dash level, and what other level to be the 5th most popular than Bloodbath? Easily one of the most popular levels, and the most popular extreme demon in the game, Bloodbath is an iconic level, and will be in Geometry Dash's history book, but how good is it? Well, keeping an unbiased review, the part at 11% is only slightly annoying, but it's only a small issue. However, Michigan's part is surprisingly a little bit annoying. It's just really difficult for no apparent reason, and I don't think I'm the only person saying this. Quick note though, I was not insulting Michigan, I'm only talking about his part in Bloodbath, that's it. The rest of the level is fine, the entrance to the final part is a bit janky, but honestly, even with all these quote-unquote issues, this level still deserves an A tier. It just does. What level do you think surpassed one of the greatest, most infamous levels in Geometry Dash? Retray. Now, we've all probably seen Retray. I mean, it would be a surprise if you haven't. The level has almost 90 million downloads. The beginning part is fine, but many people know that you could just hold at the first part and you're good. Ship part is okay, just a little bit empty. UFO part is not that bad. The ball part literally only requires one click, and in a rare case, going for the coin is easier than going for the normal route. The second ship part after looks green, like the whole level is just 8-bit, what can I say? Wave is maybe kinda cool, I don't know why the counter was there, but sure. And then the last 20% is auto, but if you spam, you could die at 97%, but at least you get the passcode. Yeah, this level gets a B tier, but just barely, because it gets very repetitive. For some odd reason, Sonar by Jerkcat is the 3rd most popular Geometry Dash level, and I don't know why because it's not that special. The first part is alright, it's obviously somewhat inspired by Stereo Madness, funnily enough using the song Stereo Madness too, and you could see it, especially the gameplay. The ship part or the drop is not that special either, you can just straight fly through like 95% of it. I mean, at least there's a wave and UFO part to help with the variety, but it's the same decoration for the entire level. I could spam through the middle for most of the wave, and same for the UFO. This level still gets a C tier, but it barely did because the gameplay was significantly lazy. You most likely would have recognized the 2nd most popular Geometry Dash level by now. I even talked about it earlier, and it's probably the easiest demon you can complete right now, the Nightmare by Jax. It's a really iconic level, but I got some stuff to say. While it is literally one of the easiest demons, the gameplay is not that good. From the beginning to 34%, I can only describe the gameplay of this level as being quite janky, and also the mirror portal, just the mirror portal. The ball part at 40% gives you a seizure with the creator's name Jax. The gameplay is quite weird though, but it's not the worst thing in the world. And then we reach the drop, and if you played this level, especially when you were first beating the level, you would know how weird and just bad the ship gameplay was. You basically had to straight fly through the whole part if you wanted a chance to complete it. Thankfully, after 60%, the ship parts are quite forgiving. The parts after are not that special, with only really janky gameplay to note. I was actually quite hesitant whether to put this level at a C or a D tier, but I eventually decided to put this in C tier. And then we finally have the most popular Geometry Dash level, which recently surpassed 100 million downloads, which is crazy. It is Outer Space. The gameplay and decoration isn't actually that bad. This level is very basic with the gameplay, except a few bad areas with the gameplay, including this really bad coin placement. Many parts like the ship and the UFO just keeps you in the middle for like forever. There's also an abnormally long auto section with just blue pads. You can also keep going straight after the boss fight. Some positive things I can say about the level is that the boss fight is kinda cool, and I like the decoration. So for the final level, I sadly need to give this a C tier. Here is my ranking for the top 15 most popular levels. Leave your comments down below if you would do any changes. And now, I'm out.